Hey, my name is Ray, and you're watching Ray Books, and welcome to the 30th installment of my currently checked out series. Say what? I've made 30 of these? Oh my goodness. If you're new to my channel, I've never seen any of my currently checked out videos before. Essentially, the purpose of the series is to raise awareness about the different types of resources available at public libraries. I live in San Francisco, so the San Francisco Public Library System is the library system I utilize the most often. However, on what is becoming very increasingly rare occasions, I do utilize other library systems throughout the state of California. At the end of each video, I'd be giving you all a price tally on how much money I saved utilizing the resources available to me through my local public libraries. This week, I have far more than just one item checked out. I have 2 books that were the result of joyful new book browsing, and the rest of my books are all holds that came in. So there's a lot of stuff going on, and everything in this video was checked out between March 12th and March 19th. The first book that I have checked out, and the first of the joyful browsing duo, is Just Like Home by Sarah Gailey. This is a gothic thriller about a woman named Vera who is summoned home by her mother, and Vera obeys despite them having an incredibly long estrangement going on. However, obeying also means that she is to go back to the house in which her serial killer father hid a whole bunch of dead bodies. And to add to the creepy ickiness factor of the whole thing, there is a dude who is living in the guest house behind the main house who Vera suspects is leaving handwritten notes in her father's handwriting around the house. It sounds absolutely spooky and absolutely fantastic. The reason why I checked this one out is because, do y'all remember when I checked out How to Sell a Haunted House? Well, I thought that book was this book. So when I saw this book while I was browsing, I was like, hey, oh, finally. So, of course, I promptly checked it out, and I'm incredibly excited to read it because it just sounds so good. It just sounds so weirdly creepy. So I'm looking forward to it. The last of my joyful browsing books is Light Skin Gone to Waste by Toni and Johnson. This is an interconnected series of short stories centered around a wealthy, highly educated, and determined Black family who moved to a blue-collar suburb, predominantly white area. The story chronicles how this family's wealth, education, and determination does not protect their youngest daughter from experiencing racism at her school and just around the neighborhood in general. And it also chronicles, I believe, how this family is just kind of falling apart while trying to present this facade of being together and united and what have you. The reason why I checked this one out is because the title, oh my goodness, the title is absolutely what grabbed me, because I have heard the saying, what a waste of light skin, or that person is a waste of light skin so many times, and seeing it on a book title is just really interesting. I haven't seen it actually written. I've only ever heard it said. So to see it actually written down on something is, I don't know, it made me absolutely have to grab it off the shelf. I was determined to check it out before I even read the synopsis. So I'm looking forward to this one. It also won the Flannery O'Connor Award for short fiction. And then the next chunk of book are all holds that came in. Like, this was the week for all of my library holds. The first of those holds is The Subtle Serpent by Peter Tremayne, and this is the 4th book in the Sister Fidelma mystery series. I'm pretty sure I've been checking out one of these almost every single one of these videos, but I am in love with this series. It is a murder mystery series set in 7th century Ireland, following this woman named Sister Fidelma, who is a type of, it seems like she's a detective, but she's a very specific type of law advocate in the Breton courts, and I love it. This one, I believe, it has her going to investigate a murder at an abbey where a headless corpse of a woman is found in the drinking well, and along the way there she comes across a merchant ship where the entire crew and all the goods have completely disappeared, and homegirl has to figure out how these two events are connected and what happened. Honestly, I am in love with this series. This is the 4th book. There are 33 books in this series, and my heart. It just makes my heart sing. The next hold that came in was Lost Lad London Volume 3 by Shima Shinya. This is the 3rd and I believe final book in the Lost Lad London manga series, and I don't want it to end. Essentially, this is a detective series following this dude right here, Detective Ellis, who is trying to prevent this dude right here, Al, from being accused of the murder of the mayor of London. Now, Ellis believes that Al did not do this, and everyone else also believes that Al did not do this, so Ellis is doing everything in his power to prevent Al from getting caught up for the case. And it's just a very simple, relaxing, enjoyable read. It's nothing groundbreaking in terms of storytelling or art style, but it is a pretty good one. I've enjoyed sinking into this series, and I'm really sad that this is the final one. Actually, it just says 3 finals, so maybe it's not the final one, but I mean, it says final, so wishful thinking, right? Wishful thinking. The next of my holds that came in, and the one that I was the most excited for, I literally made a very strange squeaky sound when I saw that the hold had arrived, is Black Candle Woman by Diane Marie Brown. The story follows 4 generations of Montrose family women as they attempt to unravel the family curse that's been placed upon them, in which all of the men that they come to love die. And the reason why they finally decide to try and break this generational curse after 4 generations is because the youngest woman in the family, Nikki, who is 17 years old, finally brings a boy home from school, and they're all like, oh shit, he can't die. So the story goes from California in modern times and trickles down to New Orleans, and I am so excited to read this book. I love magic realism, and I love stories that have Black folk placed in magical realism. So I have such high hopes for this. Such high hopes. The next of my holds that came in, and one that I was also incredibly excited to read, and one that I was surprised to see how chunky it is Our Share of Night by Mariana Enríquez and translated by Megan McDowell, and this was translated from the Spanish. The story follows a grieving father and son as they travel to the ancestral home of the wife and mother that they lost. Along the way, I'm not exactly sure, but I believe there is a magical awakening of powers in the young boy, and when they finally get to the ancestral homeland of the woman that they lost, they discover that it's a little bit sketch, it's a little bit weird, and the whole family apparently wants to possess the son, and the father is going to do everything in his power to make sure that does not happen. It also sounds like this is one of those stories that moves through different time periods and different areas, which is one of my absolute favorite literary devices. So I also have incredibly high hopes for this one. I don't have as high hopes that I'm actually going to finish it in the 3-week period. This is baby got some girth, so I am concerned. I have concerns. I am 30 pages in, and I have, how many pages is this? It's 588 pages, so your girl got some way to go. But from what I've read so far, I really do enjoy the writing style. I'm looking forward to diving into this story, and it just seems it seems good. And also, this cover, can we take a moment to just appreciate this cover? I want to paint my nails neon yellow now. And the next of my holds that came in, and the last of my fiction holds, is What Happened to Ruthy Ramirez by Claire Jiménez. One day, 13-year-old Ruthy disappears after track practice and her family is left scarred and scrambling. Fast forward to 12 years later, and Ruthy's older sister swears up and down that she has seen Ruthy going by the name of Ruby on a very trashy reality TV series. Older sister then tells youngest sister, hey, I've seen our sister. She's on the show. Let's take a road trip. Come on. And their mom catches word of it and she's all like, yo, bring me too. And the mother's best friend also catches word of it and is like, you can't leave me behind. So they all pack their stuff and they go on a road trip to where this reality show is being filmed, hoping to confront the woman that they believe is their long lost sister. Now, I will say, obviously, it appears that family drama type books have a hold on me this week, and I am very excited to read this one. It sounds like it is an excellent blend of tragedy and humor, which is something that I could deeply appreciate because I feel like I tend to have a very dark sense of humor, so I am looking forward to reading this book. I am very excited to read it. I have heard nothing but absolutely fantastic things about it, so I can't wait. It's another I can't wait. Everything this week, I cannot wait. The last book that I have checked out, and a nonfiction book, is Saving Time, Discovering a Life Beyond the Clock by Jenny Odell. This is a nonfiction book that examines people's and things' relationship with time. Throughout the book, Odell offers different ways in which people can experience time beyond the for-profit capitalistic clock that so many of us, including myself, tend to live by. She also mentions that she's going to be exploring how our relationship with time is tied to social inequalities and things such as climate change and lethal fatalism. Y'all know what word I mean. One of the main reasons why I checked this one out is because I absolutely loved, like straight up loved Odell's first book, which was How to Do Nothing. And it's all about taking away your presence from the attention economy. And I thought it was just a brilliant book. I read it at a very important time in my life, and I really think it helped solidify me and make me confident in myself in certain ways and certain things. It was just a really good book, and I strongly believe that it changed a really decent portion of my life for the better. So when I found out that she was writing a second book, the way how I placed that hold so quick. It was so quick. I absolutely knew I had to get it because one of my questions of this year is just how to make more time, how to find more time, and how to resist continuously being a cog in the capitalistic societal structure that most of us live in. So I'm also hoping that this book will pair really well with Rest is Resistance by Tricia Hershey. That book, y'all, that book is so good. Like 5 out of 5 stars. No, I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I gave it 4 out of 5 because it's an offer like Concrete Solutions. But it's still a really good book, and I strongly recommend you read it. And if you are social media active, like heavy social media active, I suggest you follow the Nat Ministry on Instagram as well. But I'm trying to make a toolkit, y'all. I'm trying to make a toolkit of books and resources that are helping me move away from doing everything for profit and resting and resisting and chilling and saving time. And it's a whole thing. I could babble about it for hours. And I won't, because I think this video might already be long enough. And this is the last book I have checked out. So let's find out how much money I saved. So this week I saved a grand total of $183.40. Like, oh my goodness. This is why I love public libraries so much. This is why I love libraries in general, because there is absolutely no flipping way I could have afforded to pay for all of these titles that I'm going to either hopefully read or recheck out again at a later date. And of course, it would not be a currently checked out video without me asking y'all some questions. First of which is, what is it that you currently have checked out? And the second question is, what is a new release or an upcoming release or something that was released within the past year that you are absolutely looking forward to reading? For me, it's definitely Black Candle Woman. This one has been on my radar for a hot minute, and I'm just really looking forward to reading it. So let me know in the comments down below. And that's it. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you ever want to hear me babble about books on a Friday and or Saturday, please hit that subscribe button. It really and truly does mean the absolute world to me. And that's it. Hopefully I will catch you on the next one. I hope everyone is having wonderful days and reading wonderful books. And toodles.